I hope I don't get canceled with this. Let's talk about the N word. If you're trying to coach everyone about everything, you end up helping nobody, and it's your niche's fault. Let's fix it forever. Let's get your niche dialed in super, super tight so it's propelling you forward instead of holding you back like dead weight. Let's get this thing dialed in tight. See, most coaches aren't really struggling with marketing. They're struggling with messaging because they're not clear about who they're actually for. And if you're not clear about it, your prospects have got no idea. So today we're going to fix that with the help of a Japanese 100 yen coin. So if you're just getting started, or you're not sure about your niche, this is the perfect video for you. It's short, it's fast, and it's useful. If you've been doing this for a little while and you already know who you work with, you've chosen like horizontally, is it this niche or that niche or that niche? Cool. Well, let me show you how to spice it up. There's another training called Upgrade Your Avatar. This is the magic we do in Black Belt, where somebody comes in with a niche and we help them go from a niche that is a segment of the niche vertically. You know, people are either bleeding or slipping or stable or leading. And if you upgrade your avatar vertically, you can make a ton more money, have a bunch more fun, and business gets easy. If that's you and you've already picked a niche, skip this one, go to that one. But if you haven't, stay right here. So if you're a generalist business coach or you help entrepreneurs or anyone who wants to grow, you're dead in the water. It's so vague, it makes you invisible to your target market. You're shouting loud and no one hears a damn thing. It's like, you know, those dog whistles, you're blowing loud and only the dogs get attracted to you. A couple of years ago in San Francisco, I met this great coach, really good guy. His name's Jason, and he was a generalist business coach, and business was struggling. We helped him pick a niche, and it's actually hair salons. He's not a hairdresser. He's never cut hair. He's got hair. That's about as qualified as he was, but he had a couple of salon clients who'd done really, really well. We niched him into that, and now he's like the preeminent coach, travels all around the world, speaking, training, educating, millions of dollars a year, all because we went from broad to specific in a way that landed. That's what we're going to do with you today. So in this quick video, I'm going to give you 5 steps to nail a niche, confidently choose between a couple of options if you've been tossing up, and test your market, get some feedback fast, get yourself some clients quickly. Also going to give you a couple of quick tools. There's a worksheet called the hunting niche and a GPT we built that goes along with it called the niche finder. It's going to help you make this decision really quickly so you can commit confidently and grow your business. All right, let's get started. Big idea number 1. Years ago, I read a great book called How to Coach Anyone About Anything. And it's a great title, and it's actually a really practical, useful book, but it's a terrible marketing strategy. If you try to coach everyone about anything, people don't know where to pigeonhole you. And I know that being pigeonholed or put in a box sounds like a bad idea, but marketing-wise, that's exactly what you want. You ought to be known as the guy who blank or the gal who blank. That's the big idea. If they can put your name and your problem promise combination into a box, it makes you really easy to understand, to refer, and to work with. So think about it like this. Trying to coach everyone about anything sounds good. What we like to do is imagine you're a fisherman like this guy on the beach, and you've got a fishing net and you throw it out. And what we want to do, what we're tempted to do, is we want to cast the net as wide as we can to catch as many fish as we can. But think about this. When you spread the net really wide, what happens to the size of the holes? The holes get bigger and the fish swim through. That's why no one's paying attention. So what we want to do instead is we want to shrink the holes. We want to get micro specific. That's how you get cut through. The market is really loud, really noisy. You can't outshout or outspend people, especially when you're just getting started. So what do you need to do? You need to be able to whisper the right words in the right ears. And the way we do that is to have one ear and one message to say. So big idea number 1, narrow your niche down. So most people think a niche is a demographic, like I work with accountants or I work with hair salons. That's cool. That's like 50% of the equation. But if you only do that, you miss out on all the opportunity. Let me show you how it works. A niche is the overlap between 2 circles on a Venn. On one side, we've got your market. Who do I help? Your market's your who. So yeah, I've got clients who work with salespeople or clients who work with plumbers or electricians or architects or graphic designers. That's the who. The second part of the equation, though, is about what, and that's your message. And it's okay, well, what do you help them with? So let's just take Black Belt, one of the programs that we run. The who is business coaches doing between 6 figures and 7 figures. That's nice and tight. What do we help them? Well, we help them with marketing and sales and program design and delivery and scaling their business. The what is broad, but the market is tight. Does that make sense? So that's why it works. On the flip side, I got this great friend. Her name's Joanna Martin, and she teaches people how to sell from stage. The what, the message is really tight and specific. Joey, if you watch this, love you heaps. Who? Well, it's anyone who wants to present better, and particularly anyone who wants to sell from stage. So the market is broad, and over the years, all sorts of people have come through her programs, but it works because the message is tight. We want to get this as tight as we possibly can. Okay, so I want you to be thinking about, is the market I'm working with right now tight enough? And is the message, the what, specific enough? When we can get those things tight, magic starts to happen, because all of a sudden people know, where do I put you? Which one of the mental boxes do I put you in? Okay. So now that you understand the concept, let's help you choose. So your niche is one specific person with one specific problem that you can help them solve. That's how it works. Big idea number 3, the 3-question niche filter. Here's how to quickly evaluate the options if you're tossing up between a couple of possible niches for you. It's a quick 3-question gut check. Question number 1, do I like them? You're going to spend a lot of time with these guys over the next few years. By the way, I use the word guys as a unisex term of love and endearment. Please, no hate on guys. You're going to be spending a ton of time with these people over the next weeks, months, years. If you don't like them, please move the hell on. Life's too short, right? Business is meant to be fun. Number 2, can I help them? Can you actually solve their problem? Can you actually get them a result? How do you know this? Well, either you've done it yourself, or you've helped other people like them do it, or you just know a lot more about it than they do. If you can answer those 3 things and you can actually help them, I think we're looking pretty good there. By the way, if you're just getting started and you're a bit nervous about, like, I don't know if I can help them, in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. If you can be a step ahead of them, that's enough to start. Question 3, will they happily pay? Not can they pay, will they pay? I was in Amway years ago for about 6 weeks as a pretty confused 17-year-old. And I heard this American dude say, sponsor the greedy, not the needy. Ideally, we want people who will happily pay for it, not that you have to like twist their arm and convince. We want people who are passionate about this topic or have a desperate need and they'll happily fork over some cash to work with you. Let me give you an example. Years ago, I was running a workshop and a woman put up her hand. She said, hey, Taki, I'm having some trouble with my pricing model. That was pretty early in my coaching career. And I'm like, so what do you mean by pricing model? She goes, well, the truth is that I just can't get people to pay. I'm like, okay, well, who's your market? And she said, unemployed single moms who've been on welfare for the last 5 years. I'm like, well, that's your problem. That's your problem right there. Do I like them? Yep. Can you help them? Probably. Will they pay? Hell no. They've got no cash. Okay. So if you're choosing between yoga teachers and women in corporate or e-com founders, if you love yoga people, but they ghost you when it's time to pay, well, clearly that's not a market that you're going to be able to be successful with. And I'm not saying don't coach yoga people, but if that's your experience, then it's time to move on. The goal here is really simple. We're going to figure out a niche that we can get paid as a mentor, not a friend-tor. Okay. You can help your friends. In that example, yoga instructors, that's not a niche. That's just a group of friends. Cool. Call it what it is. Here's the worksheet, the hunting niche. You can download it in the link below along with the GPT that goes with it. What we do is we take our free options, 2 or 3 options we've been considering. So maybe it's like I might help personal trainers, or I might help butchers, or I might help Pilates studio owners. Okay. For each one, what are the core problems that they've got and the promise, with the results they'd like to get? And then we're just going to ask and answer the 3 questions. Do I like them? And you're going to give it a tick if it's a yes, a cross if it's a no, or a slash if it's like maybe. Can I help them? Like, can you actually help them? Again, it's a tick. It's a cross or a slash. Let's say that you can help them all. Will they happily pay? Well, maybe butchers, maybe not so much. PTs, yep. Pilates instructors, maybe. In this case, there's a really clear winner. It's that guy right there. Sometimes, though, it's not so clear. Sometimes you end up with 2 markets that both look like they could work. If that's the case, we'll go to step 4. Hey, quick time out. If you're deciding between a couple of different niches or questioning the one you've got, grab the hunting niche worksheet and the niche finder GPT that we've got from the link in the description below. Smart little power up. So jump down to the link below, do the work with me live, grab the worksheet, grab the GPT. In 3 or 4 minutes, you're going to be crystal clear about this stuff, ready to move on and crush your life. So what do you do if you can't choose? If you've got 2 that both look great? Well, you toss a coin. Seriously, you actually toss a coin. Here's a fast gut check if you're stuck between 2 options that look viable on paper. Sometimes you've got to get out of your head and into your gut. So if they make the logic check, if they both match up, here's what we're going to do. We're going to grab a coin. We're going to choose which side's heads, which side's tails. This is a Japanese coin, so I don't know. Let's call heads the one with the numbers on it and tails the one without. And decide which side of the coin is which. Pause the video right now, make a decision. As soon as you're ready, come back. Ready to go? So you grab a coin, you assign one side heads, one side tails, and we toss. And we don't look. And here's the question we ask. While the coin was in the air, in your heart of hearts, what did you hope it landed on? Whichever one you chose, that's the one we pick. We don't even need to look at the damn coin. Thank you, Japanese yen. You've been miraculously helpful. That coin has launched more coaching businesses than it gets credit for. So thank you, coin. So first time I did this, I had a guy called Darren on Zoom with me, trying to choose between a couple of niches. He had real estate agents and real estate leaders, and they both looked okay. So we flipped the coin, and I said, hey, when the coin was in the air, what did you hope it landed on? He goes, real estate leaders. There it was, clarity, done. The coin doesn't choose your niche. It just reveals what you already know. Word on the street is that the GPT and the niche finder actually has a cheeky coin toss feature in it that if you're stuck, it'll help you choose. Okay? Just letting you know. Now we know we can't go too broad and that a niche is the overlap between a market and a message. We know how to choose. We've tossed a coin, we've made a decision. Here's what you need to know. You're not marrying a niche, you're just dating it for a little bit. This is where most coaches freeze. Oh, but what if it's wrong? Dude, you're dating. We're going to give this thing 90 days. I've got a great friend called Randall who, when he was a young fella, he had a $500 rule for dating. By the time the relationship had progressed to the point where he'd spent $500 on a particular girl, if he didn't think it had a long-term future, he would just call it. It was cold. It was ruthless. But it meant he was in the game and moving quickly. We're going to do the exact same thing here with our niche. But instead of $500, we're going to go 90 days. Okay? So you don't have to get married to it forever. We're just going to date it for 90 days. We're going to hunt after this niche for 90 days. And by the way, while you're looking for this particular client, if you're walking along in this direction and money falls in your lap from someone over here, if you're just getting started, say yes, pick up the money, do the stuff. You got to learn some skills. If your business has progressed and you're further along and you're clear about your niche, you're in a no season. But when you start, say yes to everything, but hunt for the people that you really want. So test it out in the real world. Adjust it as you need it. Okay, you're going to learn way more by doing it than you ever will by overthinking it in your head. Okay, niches aren't final. They're functional. Pick one, test it, and evolve. All right, so let's land this plane. Here's the truth. Without a niche, everything is harder. Messaging is harder. Marketing is harder because you're trying to talk to everybody. Delivery is harder because you have to remake custom solutions for every single person. Everything's trickier. But with the right niche, your message is clear, your leads get better, sales start to feel easier. People feel like you understand them and they trust you more. Everything's aligned, it's easy, and there's way less effort. So here's what to do next. Grab the Hunting Niche worksheet and the Niche Finder GPT in the description below. Use them, get clear, move on. If you're not sure, grab a coin, toss it, you know what to do. Hey, I hope this has been helpful. If it has, please let me know in the comments below. I want to make sure that all my stuff is useful and fun. If it's been either of those two things, please let me know in the comments below. I just got back from Japan, so I'm just going to say sayonara, peace out, and I'll talk to you soon.